Half a day, teammates of the 515, it's Chief Smith coming to you from Guam for this week's Howzit video. As you can see, I'm in civilian clothes because I'm about ready to get on an airplane and fly back to Honolulu. Colonel Terry and I were in Guam this week visiting our members of the 734 along with some other teammates who have been TDY here to help out with Exercise Cope North. It has been a great week. We got a lot of great feedback, and those are some of the subjects that I'd like to talk to you about this morning. The COVID-19 vaccine is probably what was on most of our airmen's mind. It makes sense because we're starting to get the invitations from the host base now that we are getting through some of the initial tiers of the vaccine, and as our host bases start to get more and more of the vaccines. Recently, the Department of Air Force's Surgeon General put out a 5-minute video to help address some of the frequently asked questions. I can tell you that hearing some of the feedback this week that a lot of the questions that we received from our airmen were actually the same questions that are addressed in that video. So we'll post a hyperlink below to that video so you can watch it straight from this video and link it together. I will tell you that I personally made the decision to get vaccinated. I have done my research and I feel like it was the right decision for me and my family, and I'm hoping that if more folks get vaccinated, we'll help get back to a new normal. Moving on, some of the other questions that we had this week was in regards to some of the changes coming up. We are not making any mass changes here in the wing. We have got our lines of effort that we are pushing through, and we had a lot of questions in regards to ACE and multi-capable airmen. And so Colonel Terry and I, along with Colonel Cooley, have talked about this at length. We've made some big changes since Colonel Terry has taken command, and we're trying to stay with those lines of effort. And at the end of the day, those lines of effort really come down to one major thing: let's make it better. And we know that we got to change to win in a near-peer competition with China or Russia. And so a lot of the things that we're doing is trying to change some of that mind and culture on making sure we're not doing the same thing that we've been doing for 20 years and that we can win in a war with Russia and China. So a lot of great questions. We were able to address them, and we'll roll out some of those frequently asked questions over the coming weeks. It was great to see all of our teammates come together. Exercise Cope North was going on, and seeing a lot of our teammates come together and cross-tell across the squadrons. There was a lot of smiling faces, and it was good to see people working together across the different AMSs right here in Guam. I want to say thanks to MSgt Trenkamp, who was our POC for this trip visit. These visits are not fun and easy to plan, and then you throw on all the COVID restrictions with what was going on. So he actually took it to the next level and did a great job getting us around and seeing folks all in a COVID-friendly manner. So thank you, MSgt Trenkamp, for a great week here in Guam. Sure to appreciate everything that you're doing to make sure that we got access to our airmen and got to see your wonderful squadron. So that's enough for me here out of Guam. I'm going to get out of here and just make sure that you guys be proud of your service, stay humble on your accomplishments, and take care of each other.